Hello, this is Steven from the Great Radio TT Experiment, and you are listening to Radio TT at www.radiott.com. The roof is on fire.
From days of long ago, from uncharted regions of the universe, comes a legend. The Legend of Voltron, defender of the universe. A mighty robot, loved by good, feared by evil. As Voltron's legend grew, peace settled across the galaxy. On planet Earth, a galaxy alliance was formed. Together with the good planets of the solar system, they maintained peace throughout the universe. Until a new, horrible menace threatened the galaxy. Voltron was needed once more. This is the story of the super force of space explorers. Specially trained and sent by the Alliance to bring back Voltron, defender of the universe.
Voltron, defender of the universe.
And out of the electronic void, we have risen, like the phoenix, from the ashes. For our affiliates listening down the line...
Pretension alert.
For our affiliates listening down the line, we are 45 minutes late tonight. We have one sweaty techie sitting here tonight.
Very sweaty. Thank God he's on the other side of the room.
Yeah, we like to keep him over there.
I'm in the booth right now.
You're in the zone. So much fast and furious typing. We had server problems. We had all sorts of issues. But it's Friday night. It's
still actually.
It's still Friday
fortunately,
night.
It's still Friday night.
Strangely.
Normally I say it's Friday night. It's 8 o'clock. It's Radio Tiki. It's Friday night. It's 8:50. This is Radio Tiki.
50 minutes after the normal start time.
50 minutes after the hour. For those of you listening,
top, whatever. I don't know.
In Zulu time, it's 6:50 a.m.
How about on Newfoundland? They've got that half hour thing.
Oh Jesus! Now I'm gonna have to pull out my abacus.
Slide rule.
And for those of you listening to the rebroadcast, this is just 10 minutes after the last one ended. So.
Yeah, for those of you listening during the week, there was no delay for you at all. That's a little service we provide extra to you, the listener. And as an added treat, this week there was no nuclear holocaust opening to the show.
Yay! I still have one more. I just gotta. It's like 4 minutes long, and I gotta get it down to a nice compact, like 2 or 3 or something like that.
Some people might like a nice 4-minute chunk of nuclear holocaust.
It's not necessarily nuclear holocaust, but it's more like a Cold War paranoia thing.
Oh, now we got Putin over there.
Putin.
Putin needs.
I had a little Mexican food earlier this day, so I'll be Putin too. Hello.
Putin over there in Russia, and people might want to relive a little bit of that paranoia, just for flavor.
You give Chris a new mic, and he starts doing shtick.
Flavor. Well, that's because I don't have to sit here and think to myself, can they actually hear me here? Hello.
Actually, let's get it out of the way real quick. Yes, again, I'm Tom.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Maurice.
And I'm Chris.
Just because we started talking to Chris and we were going, hey, Chris has got a new microphone. For those of you who have listened in the past, Chris has been king of the shitay mic.
Shitay.
He's invested actual dollars in a real microphone.
Hey.
He's been able to dispense with the collared shirt.
Clip on.
This is on the radio, right?
Yeah, we're on the air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And checking in, as always, is our frequent in-studio guest.
Well, hello again, everyone. I am so freaking brilliant that I can tell you exactly what was happening billions of years ago, 1 second after the Big Bang. But I'll be damned if I know why I keep showing up for this silly little internet radio show. I guess some sick part of me likes you guys, and of course, there's always plenty of beer. I really like beer. Oh, screw it, I don't need to figure it out.
I'm a little weepy after that from Steven.
I'm glad that he decided to check in with us.
I think we're going to have a show meeting with Steven afterwards.
No, a big hug, a big group hug with Steven.
Maybe talking a little about the drinky on air.
Glug glug.
Speaking of which, it's Friday. We'll call it 8. It's time for my Guinness. There we go. I'm much happier now.
And
wait, for the Guinness people. For the fine people at Guinness, I keep waiting for that free case to show up at my door.
I think he'd even accept a 4-pack.
I would accept a Guinness. I would accept 1 Guinness at my doorstep. Just every week.
Warm, open, half-empty Guinness.
Possibly pissed in.
Cigarette butts.
At least somebody took the time to get me a Guinness and put it out my front door. We're having it available on the show every Friday night. Friday night, 5 minutes into the show, I open this damn beer.
And that's going to be that's now the first sign of you having a stalker, is waking up one morning, walking out your door, and finding a Guinness on the front doorstep.
But empty. Mocking me.
Upside down.
There you go. It's an upside down Guinness.
Oh my God!
Well,
so Tom, how was the drive-in tonight?
I know. I know I usually favor you with a selection of Tom's Drive-In to the show. This week, I made it into the show in just great time.
Hey, so did I.
Amazingly, I wasn't late at all, but it had nothing to do with the technical difficulties. I was actually here slightly before 7. But now I will open myself up to the slings and arrows of my compatriots. I sold the Cavalier this week.
Cavalier.
I got rid of the Cavalier, and I picked up a different vehicle.
Canyon-Arrow.
Yes, it is a 2000 Blazer. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, does this make you one of those SUV people? Are you a soccer mom now?
More importantly, I am not a minivan person. I think that's the point that needs to be made, okay? I have the child now, okay? And the child comes with a lot of accoutrements. The child comes with a lot of pieces. Apparently, when you get the child...
Arms.
When you get the child,
Legs.
you get all the accessories, too. Okay? And when the child goes anywhere...
That's handy.
You don't have to keep buying those things. It's nice. When the child goes anywhere, the accessories have to attend the child. So, we needed a bigger vehicle than the 2-door Cavalier that I had in college.
Cavalier.
Could not put the child in the child.
2-door?
That's right.
Cheap bastard.
I know.
The 4-door doesn't cost anymore.
Well, you know what? Back then, 7 years ago, when I purchased the first Cavalier, it was quite a difference. There was a difference. Could not keep the child in the 2-door Cavalier. Oh, and the Cavalier, by the way, had just turned 91,000 miles. So I'm like,
only 91,000?
Well, for those of you listening out in the audience, we were a 2 Cavalier family, and one of our Cavaliers turned 120,000 miles. So the Cavalier, we're very, very pleased with the Cavalier product. It's just we outgrew it. Okay.
Mine just turned 11,000. My Cavalier.
Congratulations. You're going to be getting a letter from GM now. Congratulations on your 10,000
Already
miles.
has.
Oh, so
I'm less than 3,000 from 100,000 in my Saturn.
The fine Saturn vehicle.
Yes.
The fine.
So,
by the way, all GM products. We are anybody from GM listening to the show. If you'd like to back a truck up and drop off some GM vehicles, we'll be happy to. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We have Reich Motorworks boy over there.
Hey, der Führer.
Schweinheld.
I am supposed to go in for my recommended 5,000-mile tune-up,
How many hectares is that?
I believe hectare is a measure of area and not distance.
Okay, how many kilometers, hot shot?
I don't know. What is this, Quebec? I don't know that kind of crap.
So, I was driving... So, kind of on a tangent to that, I was driving up here tonight. Saw those gas prices, and I thought to myself, you SUV driving, what? Because
bastards?
Fucks, actually, I was going to say. Ooh, I'm sorry. A little too late there.
Not just the SUV drivers, because.
Yeah.
How
about a little shout out to all those people out there driving way too much vehicle?
Okay, so it cost me $27 to fill my gas tank the other day.
Wow.
And then I opted to get maybe I won't get the super wash.
Ooh.
Yeah, you kind of screwed yourself there.
Gas is a little out of control.
Un poquito.
We need to get a tanker over here now. Actually, I'd be a little concerned about the Volkswagen over there.
So, we do have our friend Scott in the studio who is, we'll be kind and call him, let's say, a fixer.
Fixer.
Could you get your hands on some of that U.S. Strategic Reserve for us, maybe? Because if anybody in this room can,
a little bit of crude for my peeps.
Yeah, Scott, we're gonna need
the crude.
We're gonna need some fresh crude if you could get that in here. Actually, what I was saying.
Excuse us, we were bothering him. He's reading a magazine.
Sorry. Thanks for staying awake. Actually, it's nice. The studio audience is bigger by one this week. This is nice.
And the second one also brought a magazine.
Oh.
He's reading the Chronicle, and that means it's another word for blunt, is it?
that's chronic.
Yeah, that's chronic.
Actually, I was going to tell you. It's just how to get more stuff. It cost me less to fill up the big giant Blazer, Chris. What were you?
You don't have to put premium in it.
I did put premium in it.
You did put premium. Oh, you know what?
$26. No. This was 2 days ago.
You filled up.
He drove to Indiana.
You filled up into DuPage, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. See, us people in Cook are really screwed.
I've been conveniently running out of gas in Cook County, so I don't have enough gas to get out of Cook County to get to the cheaper stuff.
For those of you listening, Chicago is in Cook County, and then there's the surrounding counties where you can buy cheaper gas. Thank you.
And Powerball.
And of course, Powerball.
Gotta have the Powerball.
Cliff's Notes will be coming out next week. They're at the printers right now.
What we should do...
hopefully they'll be out before the exam.
It's actually very funny you mentioned that. Years and years and years ago, about 1 million years ago, I went to go see, of all things, Dune in the theater.
Damn, you're old.
I know. I went to go see Dune in the theater.
I will kill him!
With Sting. I happen to have a Sting Jones. I will talk about it on the air. I have no problem talking about it. I like Sting. I have no problem with that. But they handed out notes, like with definitions and synopsis, to people going into the theater, saying, look, you're going to want this for the movie. That's the first and only time that has ever happened to me.
That's because the test audience walked out of there not knowing what the hell was going on.
And now if you watch it on television, instead of David Lynch, it says Alan Smithy.
An Alan Smithy project.
A lovely Alan Smithy project. But still written by Babalu Mondel, so that's always nice. So yes, I have the SUV. I will still complain about people that drive the SUV, only because I understand the limitations of the SUV. It does not make me Superman in the snow. It does not make me a god if it is raining. And the other soccer moms out there driving the big giant SUV are just making me look bad. Thank you. I'm now off my pulpit.
Okay, Tom, next week we're going to do the show on Thursday.
Yeah.
Actually, we're not.
Oh.
We're just,
I have some news.
Okay, Chris?
We've been talking for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been broadcast. The transmitter's down.
Wah, wah.
The transmitter's down. What do we do?
Doot, 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 doot. Well, we are recording this on the videotape, so later, after the show, yeah. I'll splice it onto the front of the... I'll stop. We stop now.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Then I just go and fix it.
Okay.
And then we can just keep talking.
Should we like leave with a song or something?
Should we go with a song?
So a nice clean break-off
break it up
point.
a little bit?
Sure.
I don't know why we have to do that.
Okay, we don't. Well,
cut!
It's been 20 minutes. It's about song time.
All right. It is about song time.
I could play a song.
What do we got?
Okay.
Do we have something, maybe something suitably disaster related?
yeah. Get one of them technical difficulty drops.
Yeah.
You're listening to Radio Tiki. Okay, that would be your cue to turn off the mics.
It's been one of those magical nights.
Roll up for the mystery tour.
Get a big Afghan and join us on this magical trip.
Hello, this is Steven from the Great Radio TT Experiment. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by and try not to drool on the keyboard.
Cut the head in half using a bandsaw and scoop the brains out. Blast the brain out with water or air. Suck the brain out through a hole in the head.
What about free speech? What about free speech? What about free speech?
That's not the point. You're giving this place a bad name. I've got my position to think of.
Many ghosts in the machine this evening. Well, I'm going to throw it over to our board op and find out what's the status of the show, Chris.
I think it's working now.
Okay. If not, we'll carry on and then rebroadcast what we're recording on the tape. Right?
Exactly.
And for those of you just joining in, which would be just about everybody theoretically.
Hey, we should check our stats of Live 365.
We've already done 20 minutes, so if you want to hear the whole show, you actually got to tune in later in the week.
Oh, that's nice. A little gift for those listening in.
Yeah.
If I can get the web server working again.
Oh,
no.
Well, welcome to the real show.
We just wanted to do a little radio show. That's so bad.
You know what? We've actually, all things considered, been very, very lucky with this project. We've done 3 nigh-on error-free shows. And
except, of course, for content.
Except for content. The runaway train wreck that those have been content-wise I'm not referring to. But we've had 3 technically error-free shows, and so we were due for a snafu. We'll call it a snafu.
Do we raise the moratorium on the phrase technical workshop tonight?
You know what? We haven't even said it. Yeah, we should just bring that up. So everything's cool, right, Chris?
The little lights on the router are going, which is a good sign. That's how I figured out nothing was being transmitted before.
Again, check out the first 20 minutes. Golden stuff.
It'll be on our first CD.
The lost 20 minutes.
It'll be the hidden track of the Chick Magnets release.
There you go. Hey, do you guys remember March 3rd, 2000? There's 20 missing minutes.
Okay, Nixon.
Oh.
Dude.
We think you're very mean to your dog.
You saw it. You saw Dick.
I saw Dick.
All right. Excellent.
The movie.
As it were.
Not the porno.
Well, for those checking in, please do not. Are we saying don't go to the website tonight on Friday night?
I will not sleep until the website is back up.
Okay. Normally you can check us out at www.radiotiki.com. And are we accepting any email tonight, Chris?
Let me check.
All right. Normally we would be accepting email.
Maybe not.
Normally we'd be accepting email at radio@radiotiki.com. And we're about to get a status check on that.
I have gotten mail from one of our regular listeners, and Sandy's checking in with us, and I don't know what it says. I don't know.
Hi, Sandy. Yeah, that's 3 weeks in a row.
I'm sure she's abandoned us by now.
That might be Sandy saying, you know what, go to hell.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
We're so
you here, me yeah. Sandy, come back. We're back on the air. All right.
Theoretically.
No, the funny part is because we'd have to check. We have to keep checking the VCR to see how much time we've actually recorded if we actually want to have a 2-hour show. And I'm saying that in quotes.
Do the air quotes.
2-hour show.
There you go.
I can do that now.
Yeah. Again, congratulations on the new mic.
Congratulations on the mic.
I'm not
Okay.
sure. I'm not
Which
sure.
we cover in the first 20 minutes.
Again.
Golden.
Missing that first 20 minutes.
We're sending that right to the Radio Hall of Fame.
For those of you checking in, Tom's got a new car. Mary Lou's got a new car. We have 2 people in the studio audience. Mary Lou and Scott are here. The rest of us are here the way that we're normally here. Okay, there. That's pretty much the first 20 minutes. We played a song. Chris discovered the show was being broadcast. Did I cover everything?
Grassy Knoll.
Magic Bullet.
You'll have to listen to the first 20 minutes for real for that. Okay.
And we know the plot of Star Wars Episode 2.
And now that we're done discussing that, we'll move on.
We did run that into the ground, though. So,
yeah, sorry. And you know, we do have a 30-second rule around here. We don't talk about anything more than 30 seconds after we've mentioned it.
Is that in internet time?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Okay, well, it's about that time of the show. I've whipped out the master list. I think item number one on the master list, actually, Chris may not be prepared to discuss it because we're having issues with it tonight, but it's called What Should We Have on the Web Page? And damn it, we need stuff on the web page.
You know what I think would be good for the web page right now?
Function?
A big 404 not found error. I think it's golden. It speaks to exactly what the show's all about. 404.
Hey, Chris,
not found.
Can you get on that?
I think it's doing it out of
I think it's good by in itself.
It's done.
Wow.
It's done, baby.
Oh, talk about your fast production. Nice.
Bam.
Very nice.
I'm available for consulting.
You whore. You whore.
Consult this.
The reason I bring it up, we are...
Why did you bring it up, Tom?
I will tell you. Believe it or not, we have an slightly increasing fan base for this program. And people have checked out our website and listened to the show and said to me, hey, Tom, I went to your website and there's no bios on you guys. We don't know we don't know what your show is about. We wanted to know about you guys. And I said, well, we're not prepared to divulge that information. You know, several of us are wanted men. You know, we're not using
wanted in 3 counties.
We're not using our real names. You know. But
wait, what name was I using tonight?
You're Jeff.
Oh, okay.
Tonight you're Jeff.
Javier.
Juan.
Jorge. Jose. Juan es alto. ¿Cómo es Juan?
Juan es alto.
Juan es alto.
Okay, all right.
Los estudiantes de español es muy, muy feo.
Señor Cabeza de Papas es muy, muy gordo.
Mr. Potato Head is very, very fat. Mr. Potato Head is very, very fat. Thank you. Now that we've had this evening's language lesson... Oh, I'm sorry.
Bonjour.
Hello.
Bonjour. ¿Cómo te digo?
Bonjour, hello. Bonjour, hello. Bonjour, hello.
A 10-year-old bit, or I'm sorry, a 7-year-old bit, still funny.
Still damn funny.
Also on the Chick Magnets tape.
Which I guess we should start whoring on the website. If you'd like a copy of the Chick Magnets tape, please send $5.
A little more than that.
For the purposes of reproduction only.
We own it.
Yeah, wait, actually...
Yeah, we can sell it for whatever the hell we want,
right? $5,000.
Hang on a minute, we need to check with legal. Can we sell shit on this show?
I believe so.
Okay.
Good enough for me.
If you're interested in a copy of the Chick Magnets tape, drop us a line and we'll make some arrangements for you.
We'll talk to Dan, see if it's cool with him first.
Yeah.
And if it's not, we just won't tell him. He never listens.
Yeah. He doesn't listen to the show, ever.
Except when he's here.
Speaking of the website.
Yes.
If we have bios in there, can we go? I'll get headshots done.
Oh, my God.
I want a headshot. You know, that kind of like my chin in my hand, kind of looking intelligent. I only mention this because a former boss of mine at a unnamed internet startup company that's 10 years old, so they really shouldn't be called a startup anymore, and somebody should just take a gun and shoot it in the head or something like that.
Careful.
Hey, their stock went up today.
Short squeeze.
But anyway, this guy has his own website, and on the front page of this website, he has a headshot. This guy's an engineering manager. He has a headshot of himself on his webpage.
My, aren't I pretty?
I remember going to this person's webpage and there being a 1.5 meg headshot.
Really?
I think you've been to that page too.
For the choice resolution? 1.5 meg?
1.5 meg.
Jeez. Was he born and raised in California?
No, he was not. Actually, he's from... I really shouldn't say.
Careful.
Yeah, by the way, very few people are actually from California.
One of the original 13 colonies.
Ah, okay. Because as I say, I think headshots are part of their senior pictures in California.
No, this guy's like 35. I mean,
do you have an address? We can all go check it out.
No, we don't.
Do we want to put that address on the air?
I'm sure this is the individual who had the lawyers write me a letter.
You know, next week we should
Chris
do a
doesn't
segment.
want another letter.
We should do a segment called Crispy's Legal Trouble.
So anyway, our website.
All civil.
Oh yeah, our website. So I thought we'd throw it open for discussion, and I certainly wouldn't mind hearing from the not very rowdy studio audience members. What do we need to have on the website? I think, I hesitate to use this word, but it certainly fits. What we're all about, maybe a mission statement.
Yeah, we need a mission statement.
I'll just recycle my bio from Tiki Zine.
There we go.
Talks about how I hate writing. It would be completely.
Isn't it like 5 years old?
Yeah.
Hasn't your life changed since then? Oh,
No.
Never mind.
No.
You're working at the unnamed largest employer in the United States.
I work for the goddamn post office. Okay. I don't think
Were we allowed to say that?
Week
now?
4.
Okay.
Week 4.
Week 4, we've revealed where Jeff
Week
works.
4, we revealed that Jeff works at the post office.
I'm putting that in the log.
Although we
do have the in-studio shots from a couple weeks ago that I
those
haven't
might
developed.
work. If we can get those in.
It'd be something.
Does anybody possess a scanner?
I do.
Oh, there we go. We'll scan those in. We can put those on the page. Show us doing the show. We've got a lovely Tiki Radio logo that we have to change to Radio Tiki. What is our mission statement? What are we all about? Why do we do this?
To amuse ourselves.
And really, somebody at my employer asked me this. I like your show,
but
no, there's no but.
I'm not sure what you're about.
Where are you going with this? What are you doing?
Did you ever see the end of Thelma and Louise?
Right off the cliff, baby. Right off the cliff.
Oh, different cliff. I'm sorry.
That cliff is a copyright of the Steve Dahl Incorporated Foundation.
Sorry.
Use of that trademark item is used solely for entertainment purposes.
Fair use.
So, I've never designed a web page outside of whatever trash I had to make on Gopher at the University of Illinois.
That's not the web.
I know. That's what I mean.
That would be
and now
Gopher.
you're dating yourself.
I know. I mean, we're talking
really.
eons ago.
Actually, yeah. I would guess a good 99.999% of the people out there don't know what the hell a Gopher is.
He was on Love Boat.
Furry rodent.
Wasn't he on? Yeah, he was on the Love Boat. Now he was a senator, and then he blamed Captain Stewing for all his troubles on a Fox television show.
The internet-related Gopher. That is.
Okay. So can we get into some actual content?
Yeah, really. So we need to think about what we're putting on the web page.
Mission statement.
Yeah, let's throw that together.
More JavaScript.
Those of you out there listening, those of you out there listening, we need to throw together a mission statement. Help us help you by helping us formulate a mission statement. Tell us what this show is about. Tell us what we're doing here.
We sure as hell don't know.
Yeah. Well,
because we don't.
And if you tell us something we don't like, we're not going to use it.
Yeah, so it's okay. So just any suggestions, throw them up here. We'll take them. You can email those to radio@radiotiki.com. Put the subject as mission statement, so we know what you're talking about.
And don't put any naughty words in there, because it'll be caught by my spam filter.
Are you kidding?
Like porn.
That's erotica, sir.
Or make $$, $.
No, don't put a lot of exclamation points.
and don't put multi-level and marketing all in the same sentence.
Hi, I'm Dave Rose.
Talk about 99.999%. Dave Rhodes, 5 years ago. Oh, never mind.
I want to know who
Kim eons ago.
I want to know who Kim is and why I should go to her website. I just really want to know.
If they're nude, how do we know they're cheerleaders?
Yeah, if they're nude teen cheerleaders, are they holding up a driver's license and a pom-pom naked? I don't know.
And why, if I like her, does she say I should go to her friend Lisa's website?
Yeah, if I'm looking at her, at her site, I want to see her, not her friend Lisa.
Okay, is anybody else looking back fondly, like 2 hours ago, and we were having technical difficulties and weren't able to be broadcasting, and we were just kind of sitting around ripping on Steve Harvey?
And relaxing on the couch.
Yeah, sitting back on the couch going, oh, Look, WB's on.
I don't remember the relaxing on the couch part.
Well, you weren't.
Yeah,
you were panicking.
White knuckles.
Speaking of panicking, tell me that the screensaver just kicked in on the radio show.
That's fine.
Okay, good.
Are the little lights still going on the router?
It looks like the little lights are going. I can see them.
God. See, now I'm all edgy. I'm ready for the show to collapse, just explode and fire and.
You went edgy. I could whip out the Bad Radio DJ soundtrack.
Yeah.
A lot of bells and whistles. Toilets flushing.
Morning zoo stuff.
Hey, get here, coach, off.
So let's keep up with the train wreck theme. You got anything else on that, Tom?
You mean on the webpage?
No, on the train wreck theme. We've killed the webpage. It's dead.
Okay, well, next up on
dead.
the train wreck, I have several entertainment-related items, and I have a rant about I'm not moving to Utah. Where do we want me to go? Do we want to do entertainment, or do we want to hear the rant about Utah?
Let's kill that Fox special we were going to do.
Okay.
2 minutes on.
Oh, yeah.
For those frequent listeners, we have said the last 2 weeks, one of our items to do was we really need to talk about this Who Wants to Marry a Multimillionaire show on Fox. And now that we've finally gotten some time to do it, it's old news. However...
Passe alert, passe alert, passe alert.
I.e., it never should have been news in the first place.
However, my man Jeff came in today with a little piece of news that may make it all worthwhile. Jeff?
So, according to this week's Examiner, which if you're not familiar with it is up in that Inquirer Star Pantheon.
It's one of the lesser gods.
Right.
Yeah, by the way.
Cover story along with something about Jackie having electroshock therapy is the little tidbit that the runner-up, allegedly according to the Examiner,
Allegedly.
the runner-up, the one that he almost married, came in second place, transvestite.
I maintain that would have been a better show. That would have been a much better story than Darva Conger saying that I changed my mind 20 minutes after the show was over. It would have been better. It would have
I'm a man.
Oh, by the way, don't go down there.
Can we maybe go to Hawaii to get married? It's always been a dream of mine. I don't know why.
You're never going to see me in a bathing suit, just so that you know.
You know, I'm going to keep my shirt on, too.
Yeah. Well, no, there's, possibility of some...
that's true. You
some
can get your
alterations.
surgery. You can get your surgery.
Some hormone additions.
Oh, no, I'm just just looking.
Oh. You look like you're ready to pounce. You were pouncing.
Yeah, I got that vibe, too.
Yeah. And then you didn't pounce.
Well, that's because it wasn't funny or entertaining or worth mentioning.
Then why do you even have a microphone?
No, neither is anything else we've done tonight. So
No. The first 20 minutes were golden.
Check out the first 20 minutes.
20 minutes. I wet them.
Was there any evidence cited in the exam?
I didn't actually read the article. I just...
Yeah, was there a penis shot?
I just read the cover. I didn't...
Was there a full Monty available?
It was the 5 o'clock truck. That's the last one. We got to get the crap out, so I didn't have time to read. Sorry.
I think somewhere in my many... here's paperwork for my Utah.
Well, while we're there, I have another kind of little post office train wreck story.
Go for it.
From a well, it's not really a news source. It's an internal post office document.
Cool. Memorandum.
Wow, we're getting the secret back room stuff.
We should put this on the website.
It's the crap I pulled down off of the bulletin board and photocopy. Comes this little tidbit entitled from February 26th: Census mailing, right address, wrong numbers. Oops. The census where we're all they should kind of know where we all live and that crap. We regret an addressing error on an advance letter alerting the American public to the importance of the census, which starts next month, said Census Bureau Director Kenneth Pruitt today. The production glitch by a Census Bureau contractor resulted in an address error on all 120 million letters of the advanced mailing, all of which are addressed to resident.
Well, is that what the official count's going to be? Apparently in the United States we have 350 million resident.
So they go on to a little bit farther here. There are actually 3 mailings that they're going to send out. Well, it's there somewhere. Just trust me. There's 3 mailings. You know, like anybody cares. I'm just going to fill that stupid thing out. Please don't. It's a real pain in the ass for us. Thank you.
Wait a minute. Excuse me. Hold on. We got a big red flag here. We're getting ready for a song. Whoa.
How am I supposed to do my gerrymandering if I don't know what the census count is?
Yeah, how are we gonna alter the school systems and the vote count and everything? We need to have that count. We need to have the census. It needs to be done. Have you heard the commercial about the little kids going to school in a broom closet? You want the little kids to go to school in the broom closet?
Okay, see, I'm not a kid. I don't give a rat's ass about broom closets. I don't have kids. I'm a postal employee. I gotta handle the shit. I
got issues.
That I care about.
It's just one more letter from everyone in your area.
So the word from the post office is, don't do it. Chris, for the log this week, census, don't do it. Census 2000, forget about it.
Unless, of course, you live in the village of Lombard, Illinois, by all means, fill out several. Thank you.
Does that affect
the Lilac Village, by the way?
That affects
the library board?
We haven't discussed that yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. The something board.
You know,
we'll save that for week 8.
Some sort of budget or something Jeff is involved in.
Well, we get per capita money and property tax money. That's basically all our money. I'm up for election this year, Tom. Can we not piss off the electorate, please?
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay. You might want to separate yourself from that. Don't fill out the census.
Yeah, because you know, an elected official say, don't fill out the census.
If you live it, oh, never mind. Just play a song, please.
That is remarkable. Well, why don't you play something?
You start and I'll jump in.
What should we play?
What were you working on before I came in?
Bath, Brandenburg.
Perfect. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. You're not used to playing with anyone, are you?
Just the computer.
Well, I may not be as precise as a computer, but I think you'll enjoy it more.
Again.
Whoops.
Chris is... You know what? I like being surprised by the drops. That's nice.
Nice little out of context drop.
And some judicious editing.
Well, we have some good news technical-wise.
Yes, we do.
Chris?
The web server's up. The web server's up.
We got some instant feedback. People weren't liking the 404.
404 not found. They're not liking that one.
They're not liking the 404 now.
So we've decided to go back to the old one for just a little while.
Yeah,
until something new comes up.
We flip the switch. It's back on. It's working out great. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Woo. Oh boy.
We just all took a dump.
A big giant one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, you guys suck.
Yeah, Steven's not happy.
Yeah, thanks, Steven.
Oh boy.
We appreciate the positive feedback you're giving us there.
Well, you know, he had some nice things to say at the beginning of the show, at least.
Before we screwed it up.
Oh. We did not screw it up. You did not screw it up. No,
I screwed it up.
No, you did not. I think we've had maybe did you think it was an attack? Do you think you have an interloper?
No, I think I'm going to chalk it up pilot error.
Well, we're going to call it pilot error?
Yeah, pilot error.
Oh, thanks for augering it into the hospital top there, Uncle Bobby. Appreciate that. We're going in, darling. We're going in. All right, well...
By the way, that references 2 shows ago.
Oh, hell, that reference is a month old. That's
Three?
nice.
Oh,
I'm sorry, 3 shows ago. 3
4.
shows ago.
Just to let you know, we're all counting on you. Good luck.
That's referencing stuff we haven't even done yet.
Airplane?
Sure.
Okay.
I have entertainment news.
We have lots of entertainment news. In fact, I was just about to announce, it is that time of the show, it's that time of the week. We have got Tiki entertainment news. Let's throw it over to Chris.
Felicity, it's moving to Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central.
What's with her hair?
She's growing it out. The producer said, yeah, sure, you can cut your hair. And then, like, the show's ratings suck, so they put it in a focus group and realized that people weren't recognizing the show.
You know, I would have liked to have gotten my $50 for that focus group. We're going to show you several actresses. We want to know what you think of her hair. Tell us about the hair.
No, they apparently the rumor, the theory is that people were like looking for that show with the girl with the hair and flipping through the channels and couldn't find it because she cut her hair
and curled it.
So they couldn't watch Felicity anymore because it was a different show.
Is this really the pool we want to jump into? Do we really want to moisten ourselves with this?
Was this our sorbet? Was this the aperitif? This piece? What's next on your cavalcade over there?
I'm sorry for mentioning the hair, but that's the only thing I know about that show.
See?
The same with all of us.
So me and
Chris is the only male I know that watches that show.
Me and the other 2 people watch that show. Now it's going to be on Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Come on over.
Okay. Next entertainment topic.
Go for it.
This one's better.
All right.
Angelina Jolie.
Oh.
I've got that same piece. You go for it, my man.
Plays as Lara Croft.
Oh, God.
In Tomb Raider.
Oh, God.
That's correct. I can confirm that story.
Oh, my God.
That's a really good choice of casting.
Very good choice.
Very appropriate.
And I'll pass around a picture of her that was attached to the...
oh, no.
Variety
maybe that should go up on the
Please
website this week
no,
so people can use
don't.
it for reference.
Please don't. Oh, my.
You're a fan of the Angelina Jolie?
Yeah, you should put this on the website so people know what we're talking about.
The Girl Interrupted, the Pushing Tin, the what else have you seen her in?
She was in
Gia.
She was in Gia?
Oh yeah, she was.
She was Gia.
She was
She was in the movie with Denzel Washington.
Oh yeah, that one.
Bone Collector. See, I've forgotten the title. I've forgotten the plot. Just Angelina.
And that was one of those movies you liked last year too, wasn't it?
No, it was it was a shitty movie.
As a side note to the producers of Bone Collector, when our staff movie reviewer can't remember the name of your movie, the plot of your movie, the reasons why he liked or disliked,
you've made a very good choice in lead actress. That's all I have to say. I've been haunted. You know how you're haunted by this thing she's in this movie coming up with Nicolas Cage? There's a whole nother rant, Nicolas Cage, but that's saved for another time, called Gone in 60 Seconds, about car thieves. Mm-hmm. And part of the preview is she looks into this room full of $900,000 cars and just goes, "Hello, ladies," in just a much better voice than I can, and I have dreams about that. Just to completely weird everybody out. Just Angelina Jolie sitting there going, "Hello, ladies."
All right, next week we're going to have a therapist in the studio. So,
good.
Dr. Laura?
You might want to sit down with her for just a few moments. Work that one through.
Hey, have you seen the damn preview? If you've seen the damn preview, you know what I'm talking about.
If I may be the lone voice of dissension for a moment.
No, you may not.
Just for a moment.
We call dissension.
But now, before I become the voice of dissension, I need to clarify something. How old would Madchen Amick be at this point in time? Maybe mid-30s, early 30s?
Maybe. Something like that.
I could look it up now that I have the web server running.
Okay. I maintain that she would have been a better choice for Lara Croft for this movie.
No.
I think that
Lara Croft, the famous...
She even looks like Madchen Amick.
No? The whole fact that Lara Croft isn't Asian or anything like that.
No.
I'm thinking of the other one.
She's the waitress Shelley at Twin Peaks.
Okay.
She's the girl from Twin Peaks.
Her, yeah. Well, I was thinking about the other one from Twin Peaks.
Joan Chen?
Joan Chen, that's right.
Joan Chen is Asian.
That's right.
Madchen Amick is Scandinavian.
No.
But looks a whole lot like Lara Croft to me. I'm sorry, she does. That's why I just wanted to be the voice of dissension for a moment. I just wanted to throw it out there.
And Chris, is if you needed any more reason to like Angelina Jolie, freaky chick.
Freaky chick? Oh, I'm up for that.
She carries knives.
I'm done with that.
Can you define that?
She got married. She's married, unfortunately. She showed up to her wedding wearing shorts and a white T-shirt with her husband's name written in her own blood across the T-shirt.
Freaky enough for you, Chris?
I wouldn't call that freaky. I would call that, a little southern, maybe.
Because that's southern tradition.
Hello.
Except for that blood thing.
And the T-shirts and shorts.
Well, the T-shirt and shorts.
Okay, next entertainment topic.
I throw it out to Tom. I don't have entertainment topics anymore.
Okay.
We throw the ball.
Oh, wait, I do have one more.
Uh-oh.
You might be overlapping me.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
All right. John Goodman playing a gay man on the new Fox show.
Is it called Roseanne?
No. he did that one already. Yeah, Jeff.
John Goodman playing a gay man in the Farrelly Brothers movie Outside Providence last year. So, this isn't exactly anything new.
No, but wait till you hear the description of the gay role.
Oh, okay.
If you thought the lesbian kiss on Roseanne was a big deal, get a load of John Goodman's yet untitled Fox sitcom for next season. He'll star as a, here we go, suds-swilling, sports-loving, gay divorced dad. Yep, we said gay. In this odd couple twist, another divorced dad, yet to be cast, who's both a tidy fuss budget.
There's a plum roll.
A tidy fuss budget, but straight.
Tony Randall.
Yeah, I said straight.
Will
room
allegedly.
Hey, didn't he just knock out a child or something?
Beard wife, beard baby. That's all I gotta say.
Allegedly.
Let's see. Another divorced dad who's both a tidy fuss budget but straight, will room with Goodman's character. Fox has ordered 13 episodes from producers Bonnie and Terry Turner, the same folks who brought you Third Rock from the Sun. And I quote, "Sexual orientation is not going to be the focus of the show."
Will and Grace?
That's in here. However, Will and Grace, watch your backs. End quote.
By the way, the reason why they probably haven't cast someone yet, because in one of those 13 episodes, the guy's going to have to kiss John Goodman. So,
That's
you know,
gonna be a little weird for him.
I'm sure none of the actors that have signed up, you know, when they heard that, they kind of said, well, you know, I think I'll find other work.
I'm guessing Dan Aykroyd would do it for a song.
You know, I don't think Dan Aykroyd needs the money.
Have you seen Blues Brothers 2000?
Have you?
Neither have I.
That's the problem.
Right there you go.
And a couple of weeks ago, in my entertainment news source, won't say what, mentioned Dan Aykroyd selling his Beverly Hills mansion for an undisclosed amount of money because, and I quote, wanted to spend more time in New York. Yeah, okay. Your piece, Chris?
When you think early 80s.
Flock of Seagulls.
Billy Idol.
You think television.
Dallas. Dukes of Hazzard.
Blues.
You think ABC.
Battle of the Network Stars.
Battlestar Galactica.
Close.
Barney Miller. That's a little earlier than that.
If I mention the name William Catt.
Greatest American Hero?
Oh, yeah. Walking on there. Come on.
With Bob Culp and Connie Selica?
No.
Bob Culp, a little trivia you may not remember, whose character name was Mr. Hinckley, which wasn't really too cool in 1981.
Yeah.
Nope. So from that point on was referred to as Mr. H.
H is for horse.
Wasn't that on Heart to Heart also?
Strangely enough, yes, it was.
It worked for one show, they thought it worked for another.
When they met, it was murder.
Me, yes. I'm Max. I take care of them both.
But anyway, the story goes, Disney has won the rights to turn the TV comedy. Was there much bidding for the rights for the?
I can't imagine Miramar or someone trying to bid on this.
Merchant Ivory.
It went for $18.96 on eBay.
I think maybe Leni Riefenstahl wanted the rights to that.
or Irving J. Salzberg.
And then she plummeted into the side of a
Oh,
yeah, maybe the first, last, and only time you hear Leni Riefenstahl on the Tiki Radio Experiment.
No, it won't.
Oh, yeah, because she's dude that dies.
Okay, they're going to turn it into a movie.
Live action feature.
Oh, Lord. Another piece of crap.
Will William Culp be, or I'm sorry, William Catt be making an appearance?
No, probably not. The only names attached to the project so far are series creator Stephen J. Cannell and Film Roman. Screenwriters Abby Kahn and Mark Silverstein, who wrote Never Been Kissed, will handle script chores.
And it's going to be a chore.
Yeah, you know what? I'm seeing a Freddie Prinze Jr. in this role. Possibly with that Styles girl reprising the role they have in that movie they got out right now. Jeff, what's the name of that film?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Freddie Prinze Jr. with
She's
Styles.
All That.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to go for that. They're going to go for the young crowd who have never heard of Greatest American Hero before.
But they like that song. They like the song.
You know what? They haven't even heard that song either.
No, so much, because I was driving my dad's car and he had on that 70s station.
So free.
And that song came on, and I went, hey, Dad, that's a pretty good song.
No, they wouldn't. They'd say, turn the damn radio off, Dad.
Next week on the Radio Tiki Experiment, I will be singing theme songs from the 80s.
Really? Now the world don't move.
I don't think I'm going to tune in. There may be some more server difficulties.
I do know all the extra verses to Facts of Life if anybody wants to join in.
That's quite all right.
Talk about your young boy crushes. I had some issues with, pretty much just Facts of Life in general, the whole cast.
Tootie, Martha Ray.
Tootie and Mrs. Garrett, okay?
Oh, at the same time, Tom.
You know what? Being the fine purveyor of
erotica,
adult entertainment, I'm surprised I've never run across a Facts of Life homage, as it were, in the erotic industry. I mean, for God's sake, we've seen Herman's Other Head, and nobody watched that goddamn show.
Hey, that was a good show.
Fox Sunday night.
That was a very good show.
We liked it. Guess what? We were the only 6 people watching that show at that time. We go, hey, did you see Herman's head? They go, Herman's what?
What?
Which in of itself sounded like a porn movie.
Yeah, okay. Any more entertainment topics for tonight?
We have a few, but it looks like we're going to break it up a little bit. Chris has wandered over to the control station.
He hasn't signaled or anything. I'd say keep going.
All right. Okay.
We are going.
A little side piece that actually our pal Chris is going to be very, very interested in. Cartoon Network announces its quartet of half-hour series to be shown on the channel starting this spring, going through 2001.
And what would that quartet be?
One of them is Sheeps in the Big City, which this is not what Chris will be excited about. Another one is Centipede. Another one is
the old Atari video game.
We were both on that, man.
Right on that.
You beat me just because I wasn't at the mic.
Yeah, that's what you get for not being at the mic.
You get beat.
Maybe you guys can elaborate for me. Centipede is being obtained through a licensing deal with Hasbro.
That would be the game.
They do own it. They bought it.
Okay, an animated action-adventure series.
Oh, boy. What else?
2 other ones. Gundam Wing,
Ooh.
which is a Japanese animated series.
And?
Tenchi Muyo. Tenchi Muyo will be on Cartoon Network starting this spring.
The OAV or the TV series?
You know what? I'm frightened.
You just stumped Tom. He
makes a difference.
Blank look on his face.
One's good.
Absolutely.
One of them's good, one not so good.
You know what? I didn't mind either one of them.
It's going to be whichever one's cheaper, I bet.
Probably the TV series.
The not so good one.
No, that was the
good one. You're right. I'm sorry. That's the one I've seen.
Yeah.
I've only seen a couple of the OAVs.
If you have a chance.
Can I borrow the OAVs? Oh, wait, we're on the air, sorry.
Oh.
Excuse me, we'll take care
Tom
of
has volume 1.
Oh. Yeah, it's still sitting underneath my VCR, by the way.
All right.
So if you
a fine place for it.
It does not say. But if they're talking about 26 half-hour episodes of Centipede and 25 half hours of something else, I'm assuming we're looking at 26 half hours of Tenchi. So whatever you could obtain there.
Chris is now counting the number of episodes per tape on his collection.
There are 26 in the OAV series, so I'm thinking that's a good sign.
Okay. Then that's what you're going to look for. However, it's going to be during their afternoon Toonami programming block, so
which doesn't suck.
You will not be home for it.
I do have the TiVo.
I tune in when I'm awake.
For the makers of TiVo, Chris is a fine spokesman for TiVo.
And a stockholder.
He's very happy with the TiVo product.
Nice run-up in the last couple of days.
Thank you for the 10-point run-up in the last couple of days.
Here, bravo.
You're not disgruntled?
I sold my AOL today.
Ooh, good for you.
Yeah, there you go.
He's no longer disgruntled.
Chris is no longer disgruntled. At least not at AOL.
Though I hear from sources that there will be a class action lawsuit for those AOL stockholders.
Hey, you know...
on what grounds?
They don't need grounds.
Yeah,
they just disgruntled. You know, there's a company I own stock in.
No, really. On what grounds? Did they whole Time Warner thing?
What?
Time Warner thing?
Yeah. The grounds that
it's always some excuse like that. You know, I own stock in 3Com, which has had a nice run, but there were 2 different class action lawsuits within the last 2 years about that company. Yeah. Both of them were over really lame kind of ideas, and one of them was well, the stock went down, and so therefore we should get our money back. I mean, that's basically what one of them was.
Yeah.
And the other was a little more based in fact, but executives dumping stock or something, you know.
Without the consultation of the stockholders?
They don't have to consult.
They don't have
to. That's what I thought. I mean, so where's the basis for the lawsuit?
Yeah.
Well, it had gone up, then they dumped, then it went down.
I'm telling you, the legal briefs are going to say disgruntled. That's what it's going to say.
Yeah. We queuing up a song there, Chris? All right, then.
You're listening to Radio Tiki at radiotiki.com.
Oh, you just had to get that in, didn't you?
Everything right is wrong again. Just like dishes got broken and the car kept driving, and nobody would stop to save her. And now the song is over now, and now the song is over now, and now the song is over now, the song is over now. Everywhere we ride is wrong again. Every movement we follow, every thought is once again. Every breath and dance to me. Baby, tell me that you like draw the line you know everything that I don't know you the big things not the says that everything that's right is wrong again. You're a weasel to come with you. With love will come, but not before the damage done. I nearly doesn't stop the feeling. Everything right is wrong again. Just like in a long, long trailer. All the dishes got broken and the car kept driving, and nobody would stop to save her. And now the song is over now, and now the song is over now, and now the song is over now, the song is over now.
Well, all this and a villain, too.
You'll never prove a thing, Copper. I'm just a part-time electrician. Bad is good, baby! Down with government!
Excellent. You know, now that's going to be on the air, live action series this fall.
Starring Putty.
Patrick
Okay,
Warburton.
I'm sorry, what was that from? I'm not up to speed.
That was the Mad Midnight Bomber from The Tick.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Is it? So you want to be bad? And I said, yeah, baby, I'm bad. That guy?
Okay.
It bombs at midnight.
See? The Mad Bomber who bombs at midnight. That's right.
Okay, you know, we just did show prep 30 seconds ago. I'll be damned if I remember where we're going next.
Don't worry. On this train wreck to hell, doot, doot, your conductor is taking just enough cocaine.
Okay, Casey.
That's right. This week, Chris...
Riding that train. If I'm going to be, singing.
This week, Chris has favored us with a selection of Guess the Obvious Punchline. Chris?
Yeah, it's just basically, I read a lot of Yahoo News.
Were we saying Yahoo? No,
it's okay to say Yahoo. I read a lot of Yahoo News as well.
Not at work.
In fact, that's where I get my news. Yahoo.
Basically.
My time schedule is all screwed up. But
I try to get my news from I1 so I can get those points so I can win the $1 million.
Oh, no.
What a scam.
What a scam that is.
Allegedly.
Oh, no.
But I got to get my 100 points a day. I'm addicted. I got to get my 100 points a day.
Do you get a food pellet, too, at the end?
A local radio station here is doing a similar thing where you get points if you go to their website, and you get points and you can win CDs and prizes.
All right, Chris.
What website is that? I'm going to have to go. I'm addicted to the website prize.
That would be 101.9.
Oh, okay.
WMS. The Mix. Eric and Kathy in the morning.
Okay. So I think the way we'll run this is I'll read a paragraph from the story.
Okay.
So basically, what the premise is I saw this story and I instantly thought of the punchline for the story.
Okay.
It instantly popped into my head.
And it turned out to be true?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just, you'll see what I'm talking about when.
Would you like to run this in game show format? Are we competing against each other or the audience or all?
I don't have a buzzer. I would like a little buzzer.
I'll read a paragraph and just spout out the punchline.
Okay, so it's a blurt.
It's a blurt.
All right, we're going with a blurt.
Is this a improv game?
This is an improv game, yeah.
Like management.
Actually, this is more of a heckler game than an improv game.
Okay.
You suck!
You're so stupid.
Okay. Quality of sperm unchanged over 50 years.
Is that the first paragraph?
That is the punchline.
You ruined the game.
Although 1/2 of American men have at least one type of abnormality in their sperm, researchers have found that the overall quality of semen in the U.S. male population is the same today as it was 50 years ago.
Well, thank God for that.
All right. Is this our opportunity to place? Oh, wait. No. Do we get odds? Jeff, do you have a guess on the punchline?
No.
I'm going to go with
I'm passing.
I'm going to go with...
Quicker.
Meanwhile, in China, sperm counts have dropped dramatically.
Can we have that once again?
Yeah, give us the first paragraph again.
It kind of caught us unawares.
Although 1/2 of American men have at least one type of abnormality in their sperm, researchers have found that the overall quality of semen in the U.S. male population is the same today as it was 50 years ago.
Okay, I've got to guess for the obvious punchline.
Uh-huh.
What the hell is wrong with the semen in the first place that prompted this study? All right, that's my first guess.
That's not what I was thinking.
All right, Chris says no. Wait, Maurice has a guess.
Well, mine was the China, the dropping.
Yeah. Meanwhile, other countries' sperm count is dropping. Is that what it is?
That was the gist of mine.
No.
All right. So far, we're 0 for 2.
The significance of the finding is that there's been a lot in the press that sperm counts have been declining, and people were thinking that there was some sort of environmental toxicants altering the sperm counts. And so we looked at a large real number of sperm counts, and everything in our study indicates that no, the average man's sperm count is not changing, said study co-author Dr. Rebecca Sokol of the University of Southern California Women's and Children's Hospital in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. Little first-hand experimentation there. Is that what it was? Allegedly.
Wait, was that paragraph 2? Are we stopping for more
paragraph
guesses? 2. Jeff, did you have a guess?
Little first-hand experimentation.
Again, I'm intrigued with the 1/2 of all American men have a certain type of abnormality. I'm curious as to what that abnormality is. I'm sticking with my guns. Jake?
I'm going to go with Jeff on the first-hand experience. Allegedly.
Wait. Who sponsored this study?
Some guy.
Okay. What was your punchline, Chris?
No, wait. Keep going.
It just goes on like that, doesn't it?
It's just basically, it talks more about sperm.
Okay, what was the winning punchline?
No, the punchline after reading this study was that,
He can't even get it out.
Get it?
Get
it out.
Which is the punchline.
Okay, I got 4-1 odds. It's not funny.
I'm going, it's funny. He can't even get it out. I'll take those odds. I'll give you 4-1 odds.
It's funny to me. And
okay, let's go.
This Dr. Elizabeth Sokol was going to ask for, Rebecca Sokol was going to ask for more money to see if the taste of sperm had changed over the last 50 years. To see if the quality was still the same.
I wish I had a rim shot.
Really? No.
Okay.
Never again, never.
All right.
Never!
This is going to be one of my favorite things to do. Go from talking about sperm and sperm counts to the Mormons.
Yay.
I have a little rant entitled, Why I'm Never Moving to Utah. Ever.
The wonderful decor?
Yeah, really.
The many shades of brown.
The Great Salt Lake.
Don't. No.
The Salt Flats.
Don't. I've been there.
You know what? And normally we're careful about potential listeners. For those of you listening to this show and enjoying it, if you happen to be living in Utah, if you're enjoying this show, get out of Utah. Okay, get out. I don't care what you have to do. Get out.
I hear Vegas is nice and it's not too far from where you are.
You know what? Just go over the friggin' hill. Go to Idaho. Go to Wyoming.
A lot of room out there?
There's room everywhere.
All right. Why will you never move to Utah?
Headline today, Utah TV station refuses to air NBC animated comedy. Hell hath no fury like NBC's Salt Lake affiliate, which has refused to air the network's upcoming animated comedy, God, the Devil, and Bob.
Hi, Bob.
KSL TV Vice President and General Manager Al Henderson said the station has decided to preempt the show because, well, it wasn't very funny. We didn't think it was written well. We found some of the humor tasteless. For those of you unawares, Bob is a show concerned with the everyman adventures of a Detroit auto worker, Bob Allman, voiced by the very talented French Stewart from Third Rock from the Sun, who finds himself picked by the devil, played by Alan Cumming, a British person. And I'm sorry.
He certainly is.
I don't think he's that loose.
That's as big as a whale.
It's about
Alan.
Whale.
Alan Cumming. I'm sorry.
Alan Cumming, who finds himself. Oh wait.
I thought there was no connection to the sperm story time.
I didn't say connection. I said we've gone from sperm to Mormons. who finds himself picked by the devil in a bet with God. The voice of God, by the way, James Garner. Very hip, Jimmy Garner. Rockford, I like that. To see if humankind is really worth saving. Henderson, who is the vice president of the television station. Sorry.
Cough button.
There's no cough button on this board.
And like lots of other mics to pick it up.
Henderson said the show wasn't pulled by KSL-TV owner Bonneville International, which is owned by the Mormon Church.
Their broadcasting arm.
Which, by the way, owns several stations in the Chicagoland area, including The Loop.
The Mix.
The Mix, which we were just talking about. Henderson said the show was not pulled for religious concerns. While he knew the station might be accused of that, we don't apologize for setting a standard for what we believe in. The show was just not written very well at all.
Okay, did they show Jesse?
Apparently Jesse gets to be shown.
Union Square?
But wait, this television station has a history of being a pain in the ass. KSL-TV has frequently been a thorn in NBC's side. The station didn't air another animated sitcom, Stressed Eric, which, by the way, was amusing and frightening in an animation sort of way, but a good show. It was all right.
Both episodes.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't last long. And KSL-TV has not run Saturday Night Live since it became an NBC affiliate. Apparently they run some sort of religious programming. Now, your savior in the Salt Lake City area, as it were, your savior for good entertainment is the local WB affiliate.
Oh, yeah.
KUWB, because the NBC network has signed a deal with the WB affiliate to air God, the Devil, and Bob, and it already runs SNL on a weekly basis.
Oh, I bet you that took some arm twisting.
Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. I bet it's the highest rated show on that network. Oh wait, no, there's Buffy. So I'm a little bit in shock, said God executive producer Matthew Carlson. I do know some people out there, and anytime you do anything about God, they're going to be upset.
Some of my best friends are Mormons. Is he using that defense?
No, he just said, I know some people out there, and I knew they were going to be pissed off. You know what? And this goes back to, again, I don't want to get on a sports thing, but this goes back to when the Bulls were playing Utah in the playoffs for basketball. I'm not a sports guy. I don't watch a lot of sports.
Utah known for its jazz team.
Yeah, the Utah Jazz. And, the people were like, well, those Bulls are just very rowdy, and they want to stay up all night partying, and, all of our bars and restaurants close here at midnight. You know what? I don't need an entire state of the Union, an entire state being superior to me, because they think they're saved and I'm not. And now they got a television station, not going to run a show, and it looks to be a very funny show. Just because it happens to have God in it as a character. Do they have an issue with Jimmy Garner? Do they have an issue with the fact that God looks like Jerry Garcia? Which he does, by the way. He looks a little like Jerry Garcia.
I take offense to that, actually.
What, God looking like Jerry Garcia?
Yeah.
I was such a fan of the Dead.
Grateful.
I happen to know somebody that lives in Provo, Utah. Huge Mormon. Big, giant Mormon.
7'3".
Maybe he should go on that Subway diet.
Really? This individual before he went all Mormon-y, used to follow the Grateful Dead around to concerts, and to make his living, he would sell pasta out of the back of his car, and it was just pasta. But then he moved out to Utah and became a leader in the Mormon Church. So I'm a little freaked out right now. I'm a little creeped out in general about that, just the entire state. Thank you.
Well, alrighty then.
Okay, I'm better now. I had to have a deep breath, but I feel better.
You all right now, Tom?
I'm okay.
I have another story.
Okay.
Chris?
Please. I thought we did show prep. Nobody mentioned this.
I have a stack of stories.
Excellent.
Go.
Stack. What's in a name?
What is in a name?
Letters.
Beaver College considers a team.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Who needs the rest of the story?
You don't need the rest of the story. No. Comic theory says you don't need the rest of the story.
It'll just be a letdown.
No.
I want to hear what they're considering to change it to.
I don't think they figured that part out.
Poontang State.
Volva U. Crotch College.
Mulva?
I'm suing.
Sexual harassment? Cool. Vulgar human could cost Beaver College its name. Irked to hearing the school's name be used in Ribald. Oh, jeez, what kind of...
Yes.
Was this written by the Hasty Pudding?
No, it's Philadelphia. Used in ribald jokes by David Letterman, Howard Stern, plenty of college-age students and some 28-year-olds. Beaver officials are polling alumni staff and the college's 2,800 students on whether the school should adopt a new moniker. The punchline to this whole story is the fact is that Beaver College used to be an all-women's school.
Of course it did.
You know what? I wasn't going to laugh, but now I have to laugh.
So when are the Gamecocks going to get on this bandwagon?
No. But the reason I don't want to read the entire article. It's like 2 pages. But the reason why they decided to change their name is because they did a study and realized that 25% or 50% or something like that of the people said, what if we had a really, they did a focus group. Okay, let's say we had a really good school and it had 2,800 students and really good, Nobel Prize winning like faculty and stuff like that. Would you want to go there? Oh yeah, I want to go there. What if it was named Beaver College? Show your hands if you still want to go there. Everybody's hands would drop. So that and the fact is apparently certain internet filtering software.
Like yours?
No. Commercial grade.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was seeing
Net Nanny, etc.
Was seeing beaver.edu and censoring the email.
Whoops.
So they decided we can't do that. It's the thing. So they're going to change. They're thinking about changing their name.
Well, thank you for that.
You know what? If you could stick with that story and let us know what the new names are, the runners-up,
I'll keep. We'll keep track of the story.
Let's have our night team investigative staff to take a look at that.
And just another note. Still no word about whether or not Ball State is going to change their name. So they're still.
I think there would be a grassroots effort to keep it the way it is. Keep the name the way it is.
Ball State.
That's where Letterman went.
Sure. He's got a big old scholarship over there that Dave does.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned the Gamecocks, the Cocks of is that North Carolina? South Carolina. I maintain they will never change the name of that school because otherwise they wouldn't be able to sell those little white hats to the frat guys of every college in the nation so they could wear it to bars, the big hat with the orange letters that say Cocks. That's where they're going with that.
They make so much money on that.
There's a marketing idea. Let's do it, but spell it right. White hat, orange letters, COCYX.
Coccyx?
Yeah.
Coccyx.
That could work. It'd be no. You have it on the back of a T-shirt, really near your ass.
Ooh.
Coccyx.
And then everybody's got to look down there, and it says Coccyx.
Are you kidding my ass?
Then they realize they're looking at the Coccyx.
You know what? I think this is a trademarkable idea. And you know what's nice?
And you know what? Yeah, we have it on the air.
We have it
noted
on the air.
March 3rd.
This is a trademarkable
idea.
None
of you take this idea because we got a record now.
Yeah, we have a big white T-shirt with Coccyx near the Coccyx. It's going to work.
All right.
This could work very well.
All right.
Now, do we have to take this show and mail it to ourselves in an envelope so it's postmarked and all that?
Yeah, and make sure you sign over the seal of the envelope.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, that doesn't work because I could get you a postmark that said you mailed it March 3rd, 1994.
Could you do that?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I could. No, of course.
No,
actually,
of course I couldn't.
Actually, people with really old postal meters, some companies still have them, could do the same thing.
Your Pitney Bowes people?
Older.
Yeah, older than that.
Chris is doing a lot of tinkering around over there at the...
We still broadcasting?
At the computer center.
All right.
Fortunately, we're well into the show, and we've maintained our signal, which is always good.
Woo!
All right, I actually have a content question. Do we go on with Jeff's quiz, or are we taking a brief break, Chris?
We can take a break.
Let's take a break. You're listening to Radio Tiki at Radio Tiki at radiotiki.com. And you may email us at radio@radiotiki.com.
Ready to go. Ready to go.
Oh, my beloved ice cream bar. How I love to lick your creamy center. Ow! Ow! And your oh so nutty chocolate covering. You're not like the others. You like the same things I do. The wax papers. The boiled football leather. The dog breath. We're not hitchhiking anymore. We're riding.
Stop it. You're talking crazy.
I have no response to that.
Crazy like a fox.
Okay, we are week 4 here at the Great Tiki Radio Experiment.
Are we calling it a milestone?
No. Here's where I'm going with this.
Okay.
Week 4, maybe we want to try and bust out some old tried and true radio cliche bits.
I'm willing to go down that road.
Because I have here in my hand a wacky quiz. Is anybody up for it?
Is this a wacky bit?
Is this wackier than my quiz?
It's a quiz. Yes. Well, I mean, for us and our maybe intended audience, it might be.
Hang on. Don't get down on your quiz.
No, that
was
good. That was good. Okay, here's the concept. It's one of those A or B quizzes, and you have to guess what it is.
Okay.
The topic here is Christian metal band or Star Trek episode.
Do we have to guess what the plot of the Star Trek episode was?
I found this. This is an original. I found this on the internet, of course.
Boo!
And that's the way the answers are revealed. It's either a quote about the band or the plot synopsis.
Ooh! Do you have the plot synopsis?
Yes.
Cool.
So we'll just go through the first one here. There's only 12 of them. We can get it done real quick in case it sucks.
Oh yeah.
Go through the first one. We'll all get to it. The first one here, Christian metal band or Star Trek episode, Divine Right. Let's just go around the room, Chris.
Christian metal band.
I'll go with Christian metal band.
Tom?
I'm going with Star Trek episode.
Divine Right. It all began back in 1984 when Kevin decided to write some songs.
Apparently that's not Star Trek episode.
Christian metal band.
I'm up.
So do we get the concept we want to...
All right, are we keeping the
score? Keep score. I'll keep the score here.
Oh, you got it covered? Okay, because I was going to whip out a piece of paper here.
You want to keep going here?
Oh, yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Redemption.
Star Trek episode.
Star Trek episode.
I can tell you the plot.
I will concur. Hey, don't make me... Steven's going to get up out of his chair.
Don't
make Steven get up out of his chair.
No hint.
Steven will get up out of his chair and he's going to give you a...
Geek alert.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you get such emotion on Steven there?
Wow.
I found out that Steven responds to exclamation point, question mark.
Okay. Do we want the answer?
Okay.
Yes.
Manual simulation.
In his role as Arbiter of Succession, Picard returns to the Klingon homeworld to oversee Gowron's installation as Emperor. 3 for 3 on that one. Well done, gentlemen.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Let's not let Chris go first.
Yeah, don't
Let's go backwards.
Okay, well, just because I could guess which Star Trek episode it was because what planet they were orbiting.
Number 3. Number 3, Heart of Glory. Tom?
Heart of Glory. I'm going to go with Christian metal band. Christian metal band.
Maurice?
I'm going to go with Star Trek episode.
I'm going to go with Star Trek episode.
Damn it.
Heart of Glory, 2 rebel Klingons seek to dwarf to their cause.
It was a first season episode.
Geek alert.
Number 4.
You know what? If you're going to make the man get up out of the chair and walk over there.
Number 4.
Stephen Hawking is going to bitch slap Chris.
Number 4. Edge of Forever.
That would be a Star Trek episode, sir.
That's a Star Trek episode. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I may want to. No, I'm going to stick with Star Trek episode.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, I'll stick with Star Trek episode.
Christian metal band.
Yeah, I knew I should have switched.
John set out on his own to begin recording under the name Edge of Forever to try to conduct business.
Both Tom and I were
in a more Christ-like fashion.
City on the Edge of Forever.
Should I have mentioned these are all Next Generation episodes?
Well, see, now that would have helped.
Those are the only ones I know. So
Number 5. Number 5. Deliverance.
Ding 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 ding
No. Movie is not one of the choices.
Oh, shoot. All right, I'm going with Christian metal band.
Okay.
Star Trek episode.
Okay.
Star Trek episode.
God damn it!
Not so fast, Tom. We did the Weapons of Warfare video for MTV, and that did 12 weeks in a row on the top 3 on Headbangers Ball back in '91.
I know why I'm confused. I believe that was a Deep Space Nine episode.
In your face, Next Gen boy.
Number 6, I believe we're up to.
Number 6.
Vengeance Rising.
I'm going to go with Star Trek episode on that one.
Christian metal band.
Damn it!
Christian metal band.
Tom's not having a happy day. After the second album, the entire band went on to form Die Happy.
That's not DYE Happy, is it?
No, this is Christian rock.
It's a German Christian.
Number.
It means the happy.
Number 7, Legacy.
Star Trek episode. Star Trek episode.
Star Trek episode.
The Enterprise attempts to rescue 2 Federation engineers lost on the late Tasha planet, Turkana 4.
Okay. You know
I believe that episode featured Beth Toussaint.
Geek alert. Geek alert. Geek alert.
That's because we went 3 for 3 on that.
Number 8. Oh, by the way, something to get you to shoot for. I just take this quiz online. I got 6 out of 12. I kind of sucked it up.
Really?
Angel 1 is number 8.
Christian metal band.
Christian metal band.
Star Trek episode.
A routine stop at a science station is anything but that. When? What happens, Chris?
Isn't this the one with the clones?
When the wife of a lone researcher accuses Riker of murdering her husband.
Crap!
No. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. That's
Number 9.
They weren't orbiting a planet. That's why I got confused.
Peacemaker.
Star Trek episode.
I'm going to go with Star Trek episode.
Christian metal band.
Well, the quote is in a language I don't understand, but it is a Christian metal band. Apoy Aguera contra Satan.
Chris,
sounds like Spanish.
Can we consult?
Say that again?
Apoy Aguera contra Satan.
I don't
War
think
against Satan.
Yeah, I don't think he's pronouncing it quite correctly.
Yeah,
but
I don't.
It's something war against.
Well,
Satan.
at least I'm going to beat Tom.
Man, I'm sucking this up.
Number 10, The Survivors.
Christian metal band.
Star Trek episode.
Christian metal band.
Answering a distress call from Delta Rana 4, the Enterprise arrives to find the planet ravaged and its 11,000 colonists dead.
Oh, I know which one that is. That's the one where...
It's the one called The Survivors, Chris.
Thank you for playing. Do I get a version of the home game? I mean, man.
It doesn't get
well,
I wouldn't help you.
All Chris has to do is get one more right, and he wins this thing. Number 11, Guardian.
Star Trek episode. Star Trek episode.
Yeah, Star Trek episode.
Listening to the lyrics is like being held down and no, wait, this is a good one. Listening to the lyrics is like being held down and tickled by your older brother.
I
wonder what that's
like. Yeah, I think that's in a bad way.
Yeah.
Number 12. Number 12. We get to see the only mystery here is whether Maurice beats me. Homeworld.
You know what? I'm thinking Star Trek episode.
I have to go with Star Trek episode.
I can't see a Christian metal band being called Homeworld, considering that would imply that there's another world besides Earth, and those fundamentalist people aren't real fond of that theory.
Well, Chris is thinking over there.
I'm going to have to go with Christian metal band.
I'm going Star Trek episode.
Boy, I had you down for being right, Chris. You disappointed.
Oh, man.
The Enterprise reaches Baral 2 after Worf's foster brother Nikolai sends a distress signal.
I just saw that episode.
They find that the atmosphere is being wiped out by plasmonic reactions and that the planet will be dead in less than 38 hours.
Featuring Paul Sorvino.
Paul Sorvino's playing the renegade station, the environmental station scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, our winner in this quiz.
Boy, I get cocky, I tell you.
Chris with 8 out of 12.
Of course, I was mad when I missed one of the questions of the driver license exam.
So. Maurice with 7 out of 12. Woo-hoo! Me earlier today with 6 out of 12, and Tomas 4.
Ooh.
You know, I don't know what to say. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe I don't have my Star Trek episodes memorized, nor do I know any Christian metal bands. So perhaps
which to many people, that's probably a good thing.
4 of 12.
Perhaps I'm running right down the middle there.
All right.
Because you could actually your 50-50 guess is you're likely to get 5 or 6 really.
You know what? Yeah, you actually have to work hard to get less than 6. So I take great pride in being horribly, horribly wrong.
All right, then.
Can I just make a mention of how weird Voyager has gotten?
No.
Okay.
You have 30 seconds. Go.
Okay. Last episode, they have now on the ship they have 4 Borg children that got separated from the collective.
That's now becoming a continuing storyline.
I thought they were just going to drop these kids off at the next planet.
That's what I thought too.
They're taking them all back to Earth.
15 seconds.
And now a minor character from like 3 years ago they brought back for 1 episode because apparently there's a race that reanimates people and then makes them part of their own race. And so a minor character, I don't even remember who she was.
Time's up. Turn his mic off.
But it was a stupid premise to bring back a minor character from 3 years ago. 3 years. I mean.
Okay, let me just throw Chris a bone here, as if the 30 seconds on Voyager wasn't enough of a bone. But do you recall when we used to, when Next Generation
Watch Star Trek?
was regularly on the air, we would be upset with the show because they would solve every episode with a transporter fix.
Mm-hmm.
DNA.
Yeah, DNA problem, violate the Prime Directive, etc., etc., etc. So on about the last season of any one of those series, things got a little funky. You're looking at the death throes of Voyager is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, now they have 5 cute kids on the show.
Oh boy.
You know
well, the first one wasn't very cute to begin with.
Well, they're Borg babies. They're not like they're adorable or anything.
Borg babies.
Coming from Hasbro.
New from Hasbro. Borg babies. Get your Borg baby.
We'll simulate you with fun.
And just to throw Chris another bone, goddamn you, Chris. The episode that made me stop watching Voyager was the episode where, for the first time in the series history, they didn't solve the problem, and it turned out to be not a problem. It turned out to be completely harmless. It was something like 17 seasons ago. And trust me, I remember this as if it were yesterday. I don't remember the episode, though. No, there was some problem, and they're wringing their hands. Oh, my God, we can't solve it. Oh, things are going bad. And then it just like the ion cloud passed through them, and they were fine. Okay, please. Stephen, can you get us back on track?
Stephen can tell you this.
No, I mean it. Really, you suck. You really do.
Okay. Where are we going next? Please, somebody take
I believe.
Watch Stargate SG-1 just to cleanse yourself.
It's not a sorbet.
Oh, no more.
Or pickled ginger.
Yeah.
No more. I have
well,
no more dialogue.
The WB did not preempt Buffy this week. We're gonna, as long as we're in this genre of entertainment, the fringe-ish entertainment, I'm gonna throw it open to this week's Buffy report, and then Chris can favor us with the musical selection.
You mean shows that remain on the air even though they're like in 100th place in the ratings?
Well, now in defense.
Well, it is on the WB.
Yeah, in defense of the Buffy show, it is
top-rated
WB show on the network.
And finished what, like 98th last year?
Well, you know what?
It's still the highest WB show.
I found out the reason they lost 50% of their audience in the WB because WGM stopped rebroadcasting WB on the Superstation.
That's right. That is correct.
Whoops.
Although the WGN affiliate in Chicago still.
Oh yeah. We'd notice if they stopped.
Yeah, and we'd probably complain too.
We'd have a different show.
I think there'd be some convulsions from our man Maurice. They took Buffy off just because they didn't want to carry the network anymore. Look, he's having twitches just thinking about it. Maurice, this week's Buffy report.
Yes.
By the way, as a side note, just a production note, Maybe we could get some Buffy sound clips just to
kind
of bumper you.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Actually.
Maybe something for the blowout show next week.
Okay.
Go for it, man.
Blowjob?
Blow
out.
I'm
sorry, I was taking a nap.
Actually, can I plug the blowout
go
show
right
again before we start the Buffy thing? Again, anybody listening, come on up to the studio audience, email us, we'll give you directions. We're not putting them out on the air. Email us. We're having everyone within the sound of our voice into the studio next Friday night, March 10th, for the big blowout Tiki show. Come on over, enjoy us live. You'll see how fun it really is.
And just for the record, it was just me being selfish because I'm on vacation the next week, and I can stay later and drink heavily.
There we go.
That's the only reason, really.
That'd be
so
good.
that's what the blowout means.
Oh, wait, Steven's got something for you.
Jeff, you're kind of an asshole, aren't you?
No comment.
4 weeks into the show, and Steven's figured it out.
Steven's figured Jeff out. Maurice.
Okay, this week's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the 16th episode of the 4th season, entitled "Who Are You?" The second part of where we left off last week, with Faith using some sort of mystical and/or magical device to switch places with Buffy, switch bodies, as it were. Buffy in Faith's body is carried off, blah blah blah. So, we knew she was gonna, Buffy's gonna get her body back eventually.
Don't pull any punches, because I did not see this episode. Unlike Dan, I probably won't get a chance to see this. So go ahead, tell me the whole thing.
Well,
go right ahead.
You knew she was going to get her body back somehow. They couldn't go for more than an episode without the main character being, in the right body. True. But you go, but with that device that she used to transfer bodies being destroyed at the end of the last episode, how was she going to do it? Well,
magic.
Yeah. Well, apparently the device is some sort of rather simple magic item easily created by the two witches on the show, Willow and her friend Tara.
Her special friend Tara?
Well, her friend. Yeah, we'll get into that.
Could you tell us more about Willow and Tara?
Yeah.
In detail.
Speaking of them...
well, wait, finish the Faith thing, and then we'll... Yeah.
Well... There's really not much to say there. I mean, there's a little fight, and boom, she slaps a little magic thing on her. They switch bodies again. Faith runs off. So we'll see her again in the future.
Oh, for Christ's sake, she didn't kill her?
No. You can't kill a character like that. She has to have an arch nemesis. So
Mark Andreessen?
No, that would be your arch nemesis, Chris.
Mark Andreessen is your arch nemesis.
Yeah. Bastard. Not Buffy's arch nemesis. So anyways, So Faith gets away. So that part of the storyline's not, that stuff happened and all. But so we got this whole Willow and Tara thing. We kind of get a little more insight into their relationship here.
Oh yeah.
Not really directly. They don't say anything, but there's a lot of implication.
They don't need to say anything.
Yeah. Well, there was a very sensual scene where Tara helps Willow enter the astral plane to determine if Buffy is really herself.
Can I stop you there for a second? Do you have any Barry White?
Yeah.
I have no Barry White.
All right, remind me, if this storyline goes any further...
Can't get enough of your
I'll bring in my Barry White CD just so we can
try. Just for the record, that is the third song I have sung tonight. Please come to the studio next week for our super blowout show to make sure I never sing again.
And just slap him anytime you start singing.
Are we going to have to whip out the breathameter for this?
Yeah, really. Has Jeff been drinking? I think the Jameson's not open.
Blow in this balloon.
Too much of anything is no good for you, baby.
So anyways, with this little thing, they're doing this little spell thing, and they're touching each other because Tara's being Willow's anchor to the real world, as she's going off to the astral plane to do her little magic thing. But that's not really much, because in a lot of fiction and nonfiction writing of witchcraft, there's a lot of sexual connotations going on.
Absolutely, midnight masses.
Yeah,
naked around that cauldron.
Exactly. So that doesn't really lend too much credence to to the story. But the most insight we probably get in the show is that the interaction of Faith, who's in Buffy's body at the time, with Tara, while Willow is not around. And Faith essentially concludes that Willow and Tara are an item, but Tara's reaction to Faith's rather blunt words seems to indicate that perhaps the feelings are maybe only one way, that perhaps Tara's feelings are not being reciprocated with Willow. Tara looks a little hurt when Faith, mentions the Willow batting the other way or something, whatever that she said exactly.
Putt from the rough.
Not driving stick.
Yeah, that's what it was. Not driving stick.
Willow is no longer driving stick.
Okay, and then she also she brings up Oz, and so Tara feels looks a little hurt, that Willow could possibly be still thinking of another man, of a man. So anyway,
wait, your conclusion is that Tara has feelings for Willow, but Willow is not reciprocating them?
Either that, or she may not realize that there's feelings or something.
I understand.
And we kind of get maybe a little bit of evidence of that when Tara mentions to Willow that Faith or that Buffy was acting a little strange, but she doesn't say exactly why she thinks Buffy's acting a little strange. So she doesn't say anything of what she said exactly, like not trying to ruin anything or her chances or anything like that, or being able to live her life a little longer in the dream that maybe she will have Willow one day. So a little more insight, but it still nothing's really been explicitly said, or an in-focus picture hasn't been shown or anything like that. So,
or a blurry picture,
or even a blurry picture for that matter.
Lit behind.
But again, like as I believe I quoted the show's creator a couple weeks ago, I don't think he's going to draw us any sort of pictures or put anything explicitly in it. So we may never find out, but I think we can wait and see.
All right, I'm going to throw it out here. I'm going to put it on the air right now. I'm putting it on the air. Mark it down. You can say, "Hey Tom, you were right. A month ago, whatever." Tara's going to be a demon. Just saying that right now. I'm putting it out there. Tara is a demon. Thank you. Rebuttal.
That would be an interesting guess, but
wrong.
She's been. They've just been a lot of showing that she's like a strong witch. Her mother was a witch, So I don't think that it's going to turn.
I'm not saying evil demon. I'm just saying not human demon.
Well, I mean, the show already has one witch in it, and had one previously, so I don't see them having a problem with having multiple witches at the same time. There's no reason for Tara's character to go away right now, so she'll probably remain the friend, the one that helps Willow learn the more powerful ways of witchcraft.
They can't have more than 2 witches because there's already a show like that on the WB.
Yeah, and that's 3 witches. So they couldn't do that. That would confuse the viewers again, and probably drop the ratings of both shows.
And then Buffy cuts her hair.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, anyways, so I think we've kind of explored that enough. And I neglected to mention in the show that the Initiative's Frankenstein-like creation of Adam, this new demon creation thing they've made, is still on the loose. That hasn't been wrapped up yet. So that's another thing that we're going to be seeing. When we get new episodes again. He's starting to learn and gather forces, as it were. So we're not sure what he's up to yet, but obviously there's going to be some sort of big battle, perhaps a season ender battle, but that remains to be seen. Next week's episode is a rerun, Wild at Heart, this season's episode. It's the one where we find out that Veruca, the lead singer of a band that Oz was into, was actually that Veruca was actually a werewolf and brings out the werewolf in Oz.
I'd say
good. So anyways,
I just to bring us all back to the kind of loser kind of thing, I was kind of half working on a thing about the lesbian undertones in the new Dixie Chicks single, but I decided not to go there because
Allegedly.
You might want to save that for when Brad's actually in the studio.
Yeah.
Mark that down because he will participate in that discussion. I promise you.
Okay.
Noted.
Or attempt to before he, stumbles over his own words.
My pants are too tight.
My pants are tight. My pants are too tight.
All right.
I want to climb a tree.
You're the tree.
You should get a drop of that.
I'll look.
You're going to need to consult your archives for that. All right.
Anything from that episode, by the way.
All right.
Anything from the Donnie
episode.
episode.
Inquire a couple of things about the Buffy report before we close it up.
Sure.
Riley is recouping. Is that all?
He is recouping. Yeah, he seems to be much better now. He was a little confused in the episode, but he didn't really know what was going on until the end when Buffy does reveal that she wasn't in the body, that it was Faith in her body.
Did Faith end up doing Riley?
Actually, she did.
All
Faith
right.
did end up doing Riley, and Buffy was a little pissed at that, and she seemed a little unforgiving, but things will get smooth.
How was it his fault?
I'm sure things will get smooth. You're right, exactly. I said the same thing to the TV when I was watching.
He was cheating on her.
Yeah, right.
Excuse me.
And
At any given moment, I can walk into my house, look into the person I married's eyes, and see any number of people. So, it just depends on what mood she's in.
Well, that's the exact question actually Buffy asked him.
Yeah,
you couldn't look into my eyes and see that it wasn't me.
That is hardly his fault.
I said the same thing to the TV. I'm sure this little tiff, this little spat will go away, and they'll be all back together again.
So you look in Vicky's eyes and you say, "Oh, it's three-ring notebook loving Vicky."
Yeah, or it's
so I married an ex-murderer, Vicky.
Or it's actually really tired of dog hair, Vicky.
Goddamn dog hair!
Gotta vacuum! Vacuum now! Gotta vacuum! Or actually, this is the one that I fear is the I've been working from home all day with the baby still here, Vicky. That's the one you got to watch out for.
Hi, Vicky.
She's usually very tired and definitely needs the break, and that's the one where I need to tread lightly.
And that's where you have to feed and change the baby.
Feed, change, and occupy the child.
Is that genetically possible?
What?
Feeding the baby?
You know what? We have a supply off to the side, as it were.
In storage.
A little something in storage for just such an emergency.
In cold storage.
Oh, I was just going for the cheap joke. My God.
Thanks, Tom. Sorry.
quiz will happen as we speak. But we're never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy. So we're never gonna survive unless we are a little.
We received an emergency transmission. The signal was interrupted. Contact reestablished.
Hello?
We're barely able to maintain communication with you.
Trouble is at the transmission source, sir.
Can you boost the level of your power source?
Hello? Warp speed, Mr. Sulu.
But Captain, the Klingons are approaching.
Red alert. Ready phasers, load torpedoes.
Phasers armed. Loading forward and aft torpedo bays.
Those guys better look out for the Klingons near Uranus.
Chris engaging in some production.
No, I downloaded that one.
Oh, wow. The magic's ruined.
Oh, man. Now, from a production standpoint, would that have been better coming before the quiz or just after the quiz?
Yeah, we had 2 Star Trek drops, and we did the Star Trek thing nowhere near either of them.
Oh, for God's sake.
This is why we need more pre-show.
I'm telling you, we could conduct those pre-show meetings on email. We need to start doing that.
All right. Okay, Mom.
All right, well, it's getting to be that time, but we cannot forget. We cannot forget our staff movie reviewer. Jeff is about ready to spin the movie wheel and favor us with a selection. Jeff, spin the wheel.
Okay, we are almost out of time. Wonder Boys, Whole 9 Yards, 3 strikes.
Whole 9 yards.
The Whole 9 yards.
I was going to vote for Wonder Boys, but I've been outvoted, so go with Whole 9 yards.
Okay. Revelation number 1, Matthew Perry is a very gifted physical comedian.
Really?
Yes.
Pratfalls.
Not
Careful,
just pratfalls.
he's going to be on that Chevy Chase pill plan.
He already was.
Aha,
yes,
that's right. That's right.
Okay, any of these caper movies, this is just a caper movie. It has 2 parts, the setup and the actual caper.
Uh-huh.
The setup is where all your comedy is.
Okay.
And this one was funny. I can honestly say I did not go more than 2 minutes without laughing.
Out loud?
Out loud.
Okay.
It wasn't a big belly laugh. It wasn't just silly chuckles at points. But it was funny. Then you get to the setup, and you have to dial down the comedy. I mean, you get to the caper, and you have to dial down the comedy, because, there's other stuff going on. This movie...
Kind of like Beverly Hills Cop?
Right.
Okay.
This movie didn't fall into the trap that every caper has to be big and elaborate, like it's The Usual Suspects or something. It's a freaking comedy. So it was nice and simple and straightforward and easy to follow, and sure, you could guess the end of it.
Were they trying to sell drugs or ecstasy to kids in the neighborhood?
No, they weren't.
Did they put a banana in the tailpipe?
No, it involves money. And Bruce Willis is a contract killer, and there's money. So, you can go on. But the great part about this movie is everybody looked like they were having fun doing it. I mean,
all right.
You know what? You're bucking the crowd a little bit. This is the first positive review I've heard of
Reed Ebert. Reed Ebert.
Ebert liked it?
Ebert loved it.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
All right, well,
What grade?
3 stars. He gave it 3 stars.
What grade did you give it?
If I'm in a good mood, an A-. If I'm in a bad mood, B+. And I grade the other things usually. Wonder Boys, same thing. E- B+ depending on mood. And 3 strikes. I wasn't in the right demographic really to give it a grade, so I won't.
We'll leave that to somebody else to review.
Right.
Next week we'll have Chris Rock on the show, and he'll check it out for us. Unless he was in the film.
No.
Yeah, I didn't even know 3 Strikes was out. I knew that Next Friday was out.
Yes, and I believe this comes from the same people.
Do they have a production company?
I don't know.
Okay.
About crack.
Okay, let's.
Nobody go into 35, 45 minutes.
Okay. No. All right, we busted right through that.
All right.
No.
Go see Wonder Boys. Go see Whole 9 Yards.
I have a related story with Whole 9 Yards. Because Bruce Willis and Matthew Perry became such great friends on the set. Bruce Willis will be appearing in 3 episodes of Friends later this season.
3
episodes.
Wow.
Really?
As Ross's new girlfriend's estranged father or some widower father.
Really?
I think so. I don't.
Does that mean Ross is going to get married again?
I don't know. And just to bring the whole 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon full circle, Amanda Peet in this movie completely and utterly redeems herself for the piece of crap movie she made last year entitled Body Shots.
Body Shots.
Body Shots.
Mm-hmm.
Have we seen Amanda Peet in anything else?
She's in Jack and Jill. She's Jack.
She's Jack.
Oh, the WB show?
And the guy's named Jill.
Okay, you know what? Let me just, this particular week, we've mentioned the WB on this show kind of a lot.
40, 50 times?
Yeah,
if
really.
they'd like to bring our own show and leave it at our door, that would be fine.
Either show up here with a camera, WB people, and put us on for 2 hours on Friday night, because nobody else is watching your crap. Or send us some T-shirts. I want a big Steve Harvey toupee. I want the big.
Just don't have the T-shirts have coccyx down near the rear end.
That's our idea.
That's our idea.
We own that. That belongs to the Radio Tiki Experiment. I want some T-shirt made with that frog.
He's been retired.
Damn it.
Yeah, Michigan J Frog.
Michigan J.
I think we're setting our sights a little bit too low. I think
originally in the Warner Cartoon One Froggy Evening. I'm sorry.
I think for WB or UPN, I think they should be coming to our door with a T-shirt and a production deal. So
we are available.
The gauntlet is thrown.
Call us. Contact us at radio@radiotiki.com.
All right, not to throw a wet blanket on this, but I got to get to work.
Okay, we've killed another one. We ran a little late tonight. Those of you listening to the show regularly are going, what the hell are they doing on at 11?
Technical difficulties.
We had some technical difficulties at the beginning of the show. They are solved, and we did lose 20 minutes of the show for those of you listening live.
It's never lost.
We will be playing those 20 minutes later on the rebroadcast. Check them out.
So tune into the rebroadcast.
Golden.
If you're listening to the rebroadcast right now, hey, bravo, you missed nothing. You heard the whole show.
All right.
And they'll hear it again in about 10 minutes.
Woohoo! Exactly. Right after the last song, when we say goodnight, then you'll hear the intro again.
And you can catch those 20 minutes you may have missed.
And they're golden. They're absolutely golden. I have a bit of a milestone this week. For the first time since we have done this show, we have completed the master list. We have left nothing hanging. This is normally the part of the show where we go, hey, what are we going to do next week? We left nothing hanging.
We got to leave next week open for all the drinking and
exactly.
carrying on.
Yeah.
Ballyhoo.
Yeah, it just means that we'll have nothing for next week.
No. A little reminder for next week. It is the big blowout show. We are inviting people to come to the studio audience. Enjoy the show live.
BYOB.
You will, yeah, BYOB. You will be on the air
Bring
with
your
us.
own bacon.
What?
Bring your own bacon.
Kevin.
Botulism.
Kevin will probably be here.
He was in town this week.
With his brother, of all things.
Yes, he was.
Trying to pretend like they're a band. The Bacon Brothers. Don't even.
Or something.
All right, see, this is new material.
Stop.
This is new material. I was with you, though.
All right.
Talking about next week, it's going to be very eclectic. I don't even know if we can have material. Let's come with a few things, but it's going to be weird.
I have stuff.
Okay. There will be babies. There will be people. There will be drinking. There will be cake. There will be food. Come on up to the studio.
If you bring your own cake.
If you need directions to the show.
Punch and pie.
If you need directions to the show next week, it's going to be a live show and party. Check us at radiotiki.com or look on the website. There will be no directions on the website, but you can contact us there.
We don't want the studio firebombed or anything.
Okay. Just double checking on the master list. We got through Angelina Jolie being in Lara Croft Tomb Raider movie. Tenchi Muyo is going to be on Cartoon Network. I am never moving to Utah. I got a new car. The webpage. We need to have stuff. We should talk about that.
Mission statement.
Mission statement. Again, contact. Oh, for those of you who missed the first 20 minutes, contact us about a mission statement for the show. We should have talked about that Millionaire show. Now it's old news. Damn it. John Goodman, gay role on Fox sitcom. Chris had guessed the punchline. Jeff had Star Trek Metal Band quiz. We did the Buffy moments. And we did this week's movie wheel. We have had a full show. I'm winded. How about you?
Visit me at work tonight.
Huh? Or we could come visit Jeff at work tonight. For those of you that don't know, Jeff comes to the show and then goes out and works his job.
Can I tease for upcoming stuff?
Yes, let's have a teaser for next week.
Well, I don't know about next week if we have time, but I've been working on a little piece I like to call Star Trek: The Next Generation Promotes Negative Engineering Stereotypes.
Geek alert. Geek alert.
That's okay.
I think it's the engineering promoting their own stereotypes, Chris.
No. Star Trek: The Next Generation goes out of its way to do this.
Hey, let's not break down the show before we're on the
show's not
air.
done yet, Jeff.
Sorry.
And then I figured Geek Alert, we could just compress it into 5 minutes where I can get it out of my system early in the show or perhaps late in the show.
Well, you pick next week, early or late.
Whatever.
You probably want to do it earlier, or probably won't get done. It'll just get too chaotic in here.
Okay, just 5 minutes of stuff I found that I got to share with people, but
no one will listen to you normally.
Right. So that's why we have a microphone and a radio show.
Everyone look forward to Chris next week. We're going to call it Rantings of a Madman.
No, Geek Beat.
Geek Beat.
It has a double meaning because it's like a beat reporter, but then after you hear it, you want to beat him up.
I get it.
Wow,
this could work.
It's a concept.
All right.
Let me know if you need any scripting from Steven for that.
And I think I could do it all by myself.
Okay.
All right.
Have that all set up for us next week. Something to look forward to next week. Maurice, anything next week? Buffy's in reruns.
Buffy's in reruns, so I may not have anything, but probably just as well.
You might want to say a few words about Angel, just because he gets dissed.
Yeah, it's an okay show.
There's going to be a lot of ladies here next week. A lot of ladies in the studio. So.
They're all married.
Yeah.
Married.
Please. They wouldn't drop us all in a second. Oh, that's right, just me.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, anything next week?
No.
All right. Any movies on tap? Anything you're going to see this week?
Probably.
Gary Shandling.
All right. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to your review on the Gary Shandling.
Oh, wasn't planning on seeing that.
Can you please go see What Planet Are You From?
It's not playing anywhere around here.
It's an action.
It's not even at the art house.
I'd have to drive.
Oh, for God's sake! You know what? I'm going to get off on rant, but I'll save it for next week. I'm just sick of Chicago getting dissed as far as first-run movies. We have one theater in Chicago that plays all the really good stuff, the artistic stuff, and New York and California gets it all over the place. Gary Shandling movie notwithstanding.
Well, everything I've seen about that movie says it's a piece of dog crap.
Oh, I like Gary Shandling, though.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've crushed my spirit. Thanks.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
Would the dog crap be on Gary Shandling or under Gary Shandling?
That's it for this week. Join us next week. Big Blowout Show. Make sure to check us out. Steven, good night.
Hey guys, I've got a private jet idling over at O'Hare Terminal 5. Let's wrap it up, kids. Have a good week. I'll be here for the Big Blowout Show.
All right.
All right.
This was Radio Tiki, radiotiki.com.
You look so fine. I want to break your heart and give you mine. You're taking me over. It's so insane.